You're on the Six Screens Telenetwork, earning the reputation of giving all the right ingredients, uninhibited, in exposing the hard, cold facts about the Watchtower Society. And now, in Disney.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome in to Watchtower Trivia Night. Well, my name's Rick Farron. I'm here at the Six Screens Telenetwork, and I have my colleague. We've got Norman LaRoe. He's coming in from Drake, Massachusetts. We're glad to have Norman on with us as well. We have got a great program in store for you guys tonight. So by all means, stay in here with us. I think you're going to find it very, very interesting. And I know that you're going to find this program is going to be able to test your knowledge on what's going on behind the curtains of the Watchtower. But before we do that, I just want to bring in Norman, and I just want him to give a little bio on him and what he's been doing. And Norman, why don't you come in and say hello to the audience?
Hello, everyone. Rick, thank you so much for letting me be part of the program. I love to watch your program, and I'm so proud of what you've been doing for so many years. I was, when you called me up to do the trivia night tonight, I was just thrilled to do it with you, and I couldn't wait. Little about myself. My name is Norman, and I've been in this ministry for, I would say, about 32, 33 years now. A long time ago, a relative, we'll just call him a relative, was introduced to Jehovah's Witnesses, and he became a Jehovah's Witness. And my wife, who was a Christian, or is a Christian, she wanted to talk with him about Jesus and about the Watchtower and some of the things that he had learned. And he was really skeptical. He didn't want to talk with her too much, but he allowed her to talk with him just a little bit. But he said a few things are off the table. No John 1:1, no other things. He just wanted to keep it really straight into things that he had learned. And that didn't go too well. But about a couple of months later, my wife and I were sitting on the couch watching TV. We were flicking through the channels, and there was a strange cartoon on one of the channels. And so we stopped and we watched it, and comes to find out it was a John Ankerberg show, and he had some people on who were showing a part of a movie called Witnesses of Jehovah, and I was just fascinated by it, and it said a lot of different facts and things about Jehovah's Witnesses, and I became very, very interested in it, and I started doing a lot of reading. I read all kinds of books and everything, and one of the things that the books had was they had photocopies of Watchtower material, so you could actually read what they were quoting from, and I was fascinated by it. But I heard that Jehovah's Witnesses didn't really take the photocopies very well. So my wife and I, we love to go to old bookstores. We went to old bookstores, and we started to find all these old books from Pastor Russell and from Rutherford and all these different people. And we started to collect all the original material, original Watchtower material. Fast forward to many years, I've accumulated a lot of things, and we used to go to a convention down in Kunkletown, Pennsylvania, called Witnesses Now for Jesus, and it was just a wonderful, wonderful weekend where we would hear all kinds of lectures and people giving their testimonies about how they were in the Watchtower and how they get out, and we were just fascinated. We were just thrilled. And at one point, we started a phone ministry here in Drake. What we would do is I would record a message every week, and I got a separate telephone, a separate answering machine, and a separate telephone number, and I would advertise in the newspaper and wherever I could for Jehovah's Witnesses to call this particular number to hear a recorded message. And every week, I would get on and I would make a new recorded message. I would change it every Wednesday night. And around that time, my wife was pregnant, and she was very uncomfortable. So there were times where I had to sleep on the couch to give her the bed to herself. And I remember on Wednesday nights, as soon as I would change the message, the phone calls would start to come in. At one point at 3 o'clock in the morning, the one person called and they would listen to the whole message. Then they would hang up and listen to it again and again and again. 10 times they listened to the message. And with every message, I invited them to leave their name and number, and I would send them some information. And that was great, but I felt like a lone ranger. So I called Joan Setnar, and I said, Joan, is there anyone else in my area who was doing any type of work? And so she got me in touch with this particular gentleman. His name was Rick, and he was married to this woman named Inez. And so I called up Rick and Inez and introduced myself. And Rick was a little bit skeptical at the beginning, but we met at a local McDonald's. And from there, we hit it off really, really well. And we've been friends ever since. I think that was, 2005 or 2006, Rick?
Yeah, in fact, it was actually 2005, I believe. Yep.
Yeah. And so me and Rick, we've done all kinds of things together. Started the 6 screens of the Watchtower. We did our own conventions, and we had talks, and people come. And back then it was still nerve-wracking because we had to advertise, but the elders would circle the parking lot and come around. So you never know who was coming by. And but Rick was a trooper, and we gave our talks, and we had small crowds back then, but we had crowds. And then we would do other things together, and we made the big banners and posters together. We every year we would go to the memorial meal, and we'd go outside. We'd hold our signs, and we would do that every year for years and years, whether it be rain or snow or sunshine. We were always out there. We had just the most wonderful time, and people would honk at us, or people would give us dirty looks, but we were out there all the time. And it was great. I've never been a witness, so if you're going to call me an apostate, don't call me an apostate. I have never been a witness. You can call me an opposer if you want, but don't call me an apostate.
Oh, there you go. My goodness. No, you're not really a true apostate, even though most witnesses don't know that. They still would call you that, Norman. But
Yeah.
anyways, this is great. Well, I'm glad to have you with us tonight. We're going to get into some really interesting questions here tonight concerning the Watchtower organization. We're going to be giving away prizes tonight. We've got a bunch of gift certificates. And I'm going to give you an idea of how the program is we have rules for the program, how it's going to work. I just want to show you guys, if you're in, we've got these Watchtower magnets we're going to be giving out. These are great little pieces of information about the Watchtower, the UN, some of the 6 screens programs that we have going here. We're going to give some of these out. Some of these are collector's items. Believe me, most of them are numbered. So if you get one, it's got a lower number. The lower number, the more valuable it will be worth. And who knows, maybe 10 years from now on eBay, you'll be able to get yourself $100 from one of the magnets. Who knows? Plus, we also have the other thing we have here, too. Now, look at it. I'm going to tell you what happened here. We have got a Revlon one-step hair dryer and volumizer. This is for the women. This is a great product. My wife got it. She wanted it. I got one for our prize tonight for whoever is the top woman Jeopardy, we call it, Watchtower Trivia. For the Watchtower Trivia champion tonight, they're going to get this hairdryer. It's a really good one. It's worth about $60. So we're going to give that away for the most, one that answers the most questions tonight. But I'm going to give you some rules. Now, first of all, don't go looking stuff on the internet. Please don't do that, because that wouldn't be fair, would it, huh? And what I'm going to be doing, because we're broadcasting on 4 different networks, we have our telephone line, we've got YouTube, we got Facebook, we got our 6 screens video suite. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be monitoring all of these networks to see who answers the question first when we ask them. So I'm just like an umpire. I'm just going to have to call it like I see it. I might not see it perfectly correct, but please go with what I say. I don't want to get into a big argument, but what I see, I'm going to have to go with the person I see first, whether it's on one of these networks. I'm going to monitor as fast and quickly as I can. Now, you want to wait till the music stops. We're going to ask a question, and you'll hear music for 10, 12 seconds. It'll be the Jeopardy theme song. You'll hear the Jeopardy theme song. When the music stops, then you can call out your name. And I'm going to be watching. I'm going to be watching even on YouTube. I'm going to be watching on Facebook. Put your name in there first. The same thing is going to go on the Six Screens video suite, as well as our telephone network. Write your name down or say your name if you're on the telephone. Joe, Richard, Susie, whatever your name is, but that has to be on there. Now, don't butt in. Don't, if you come in before the music stops, it's an automatic disqualification from that question. So don't come in before the music stops. When the music stops, go ahead and come in. Cite your name in the first person. I'll be monitoring it. That comes in. We're going to let them answer the question. If you're on YouTube or the video suite or Facebook, you'll have to, of course, type your answer in. And some of the questions that we have are multiple choice. Some of the answers are, some of the questions are more difficult than others. But here's what we want you to do, okay? We're going to limit just 2 prizes to any given person tonight, okay? So you can't really win more than twice. But what you will do is you will get 1 point. For every question that you answer, you will get 1 point. And there's no limit to how many questions you can answer. But you'll get 1 point. And then the last 20 minutes of our program, the person that's accumulated the most points, what we'll do is we'll bring them on and we'll have them challenge each other. And they will be our champion. So rack up your points. And if you're the champion at the end of the night, and what we're going to do for the person who is the champion tonight, if they want, they can either choose, if it's a woman, she can get that $60 blow dryer, or if you get a $25 gift certificate to wherever you want, McDonald's, Burger King, wherever it would be, Chipotle, wherever you want to go, we'll get you the gift certificate. So that's the rules. But really, now I know we've done the program in the past and a lot of people come blasting in. Please don't do that. I tried to figure a way to stop that, but we really can't. So you're going to have to really participate. But if you come in before the music stops, I'm going to have to disqualify you. So we got the prizes. Also, I wanted to mention, we have some reprinted editions of the Millions Now Living booklet the Jehovah's Witnesses put out back in 1925. It's a verbatim. It's well done. It's a reprinted version, but it's a nice prize to have. We got a number of those we're going to be giving out. We also have truth books and revelation books. So we'll give you, your choice of what you want to win. But here's what you have to do. A lot of people, won prizes in the past and they didn't send me the right address. They send me an email and I got to go through all of that. Send me an email with your address, your physical address in there. So if you don't want to do that, then you can still play, but you just won't be able to get your prizes. But send me a place where I can send you a prize, okay? So let's go with that. All right, so I think Norman, how are you doing? You on there with us?
I'm doing well.
All right, I just want to make sure you're there with us and we're getting ready to roll. Norman, why don't you, maybe we'll have you ask the first question here. So why don't we do this? You can ask the question, and now, folks, the music's going to play. When the music stops, your name, write your name, Facebook, write it in Facebook, YouTube, write it in the Six Screen Suite, or call your name out when you come on here tonight. So let's go, Norman. Let's get the question. First question of the night. Go ahead.
Okay. We're going to start off fairly easy. In the past, when we've done the trivia night, I've done something a bit harder, but let's start off with something nice and easy, okay? The question is, the Watchtower's first president, Charles Taze Russell, died in 1916. On what appropriate holiday did he die on?
Hold on one second, Norman. We just had a little bit of an issue there with some sound problems. Hold on one second. Nobody will answer it yet, okay? Nobody answer it yet, please. Just everyone hold back. Just give me a second to get back in here. We lost our music stream. Just give me a second. We'll be right back in. I'm going to have you ask the question once again, Norman, and then we'll be able to get it up. All right.
When you're ready.
Hold on one second. Just 1 second. Yep. Always some little snafu you get, but we'll get it. All right, go ahead, Norman, and ask the question again.
All right. Again, this is another fairly easy and fun question. The Watchtower's first president, Charles Taze Russell, died in 1916. On what appropriate holiday did he die on?
All right.
Mike.
How did we do, Rick?
Well, I believe we've got. Hold on one second here. Let me just check in here 1 second and see what we got going here. I'm going to be able to tell you in a second.
Yeah.
Well, some people are saying that was too easy, Norman, on you. They were saying too easy.
Yeah, okay.
I'm looking at the various networks here. What it looks like we're going to have to go with here. We're going to have to go with Mike. Mike, come on in. What holiday did he die on?
It's Halloween, it's October 31st.
There you go. Well, Mike's got it. Well, Mike, we'll get you. Why don't you email me? Why don't you email me your address and I'll send you. What do you want? Some magnets? You probably want magnets, huh?
Oh, you don't have to send me anything, Rick.
All right. Well,
You need to come up with some harder questions.
well, no, we will. I mean, we have to start easy. I want to spook people out. But Mike, we're going to put.
Mike, I've got hard questions for you if you want to. Well, we'll get to those. I just wanted to get your feet wet.
That's all we want to start off with easy ones. Yeah. All right.
Go ahead.
All right, Norman. Why don't you throw another one on the table?
All right. For many years, the Watchtower told us that Jesus came invisibly in 1914, which they still do. But for the first 60 plus years, from 1879 to the late 1930s, they taught that Jesus came at an earlier year. What was that earlier year?
All right, what was that earlier year? Mike, I mean, you're stealing the show here on us. Oh, wait a minute. I do have someone that beats you, Mike, to the punch. We have Chad. He's in the Six Screens video suite. Norman, he's given us the year 1873.
That would be incorrect.
That's incorrect. All right, Mike, we'll go with Mike.
It's 1874.
Correct.
You got it, Mike. Hey,
right.
Mike, we might have to disqualify Mike here. I mean, he's off to a good start, you know. All right. Do we have? Can we throw a harder question out there? I mean, I don't want Mike to hog the show, you know.
We can do that. We can. All do right. That.
So why don't we do this now? I'm watching all here. I'm watching all the different networks or platforms we're on. So just type it in. If you're on YouTube, Facebook, type it in. And then we'll be able to make sure we get the right person answering. Okay, Norman, let's have another question.
All right. Before they were called the Great Crowd, what did the Watchtower call those who would live forever on earth?
So what were they called before the Great Crowd? All right. It looks like we've got Chad. I know it's not the heavenly class. That's not correct. We have got them taking a look here. Let me take a look on Facebook. I know we got an answer here from, we do have an answer coming in from, hold on 1 second. We have, it looks like YouTube was first here. It looks like Melissa Powell was first. Did someone else want to say something? But Melissa Powell on YouTube, she got the answer. The other sheep. No, they're not the other sheep. I'm sorry. Nope. That's not the answer. I'm sorry.
No, keep going.
I'm sorry, Melissa. The other sheep are not the answer. What? Give us the question again.
Okay.
Dabs.
Okay. Well, it looks like Pixie got it. Pixie,
good job, Pixie.
Let me put Pixie down here. Let me get my pencil. I don't know where it went, but all right. So
Pixie would like to win Millions Now Living Will Never Die.
All right, well, that
Even
comes
though
up.
they all died.
So hold on one second.
Pixie, maybe we could call that book "Millions Now Dying Will Never Live."
Yeah,
There you go.
I know you have the original book. Pixie, I'm gonna send you that book. It's gonna take about 2 weeks. It's a reprint and being sent to me. Okay, so
That's wonderful. I'll have to get your email.
okay, you can email me at jwworldnews@gmail.com. jwworldnews@gmail.com. Give me the physical address, and as soon as I get it's being printed now, but as soon as they're done, they said to be done in a few days, I'll get you the book. Okay.
Great.
Okay. There you go. And just mention too, when you do email me what I'm going to give you for the prize. That way we'll know. All right. So, okay. So the questions seem to be a little harder. So people are saying other sheep, the earthly class. Now, that's good. I mean, we're all learning together. Friends, the Watchtower, there's so many things. This trivia can be very interesting because we can all learn a lot just coming in here. Okay, let me take a look. Let me see. Norman, you go one more, then I'm going to start getting to my questions up here. Yes, go one more, Norman.
You want a hard question or an easy question?
Why don't you let's throw out a fairly easy one till we get things warmed up here. Yep.
Okay. All right, this is a really good easy one. Okay.
Yep.
In Charles Taze Russell's book, and in some of the pages of the Watchtower, we learned of something called God's stone witness and an inanimate witness of the Lord. Then in 1928, the Watchtower called it Satan's Bible, and those who follow its teachings would be led away from God. What ancient stone structure was that?
Hold on, we'll play the music. All right, what stone structure was that? Okay, we got an answer from YouTube. Let me check Facebook. All right, no answer from Facebook, no answer from our telephone network. Looks like YouTube's got it. What was it, Norman?
It was the Great Pyramid of Giza.
You got it. So yeah, in fact, so we've got let's see, William Sawyer. He won a prize here. William, we can give you some magnets. We can give you a gift certificate to Burger King. A gift certificate to Burger King right now. We have one here for $10. So why don't you write me at jwworldnews@gmail.com, and we'll get you the gift certificate, William. All right. So there we go. One point there for William.
I get a kick out of it because, Rick, for many years they taught that the Great Pyramid was God's stone witness, and so many of the measurements corroborated with 1914 and all the dates that the Watchtower had set. It was just God's stone witness, and like I said, an inanimate witness of the Lord. And then when Russell died, Rutherford started to change a lot of Russell's teachings, and in 1928 they totally reversed that and they called it Satan's Bible. And I tell you, if I was a witness back then, for all those years, I would have been totally confused. It's like, what are we doing here?
Well, you would have been confused. You would have been. All right, Norman, you hold on. I'm going to give a question. Here. So the question I have, Beth Sarim, House of Princes, was built in what city? Music stops. Tell me what city. No, don't say a thing till we play the music. Okay, what city was Beth Sarim built? Go ahead. Who's this?
Dick. It's Dick.
Yeah, go ahead, Dick. I think you were first. Let me take a look, though. I got to make sure. We've got we got.
Right.
But I do think that I did hear you first. I'm looking at the various platforms we're on. Everyone seems to. Well, some people are writing San Francisco. We're going to get the answer. We've got San Francisco. We've got, most people are saying San Diego. Is that your answer, Dick?
It certainly is.
You got it, Dick. You won. You got it. So,
Congratulations, Dick.
oh yes, congratulations to Dick.
Hey,
So,
Dom, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Hey, Dom. Good.
Wonderful to hear from you.
How's the wife doing?
Doing well. Doing well.
all right. Well, Dick, you got
You
your.
know, Rick,
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Norman.
it's funny because you and I, we both made questions, right? I had that very same question.
You did.
Yes. Now, if I were a witness, I'd be totally confused again, because where is the center of everything happening for Jehovah's Witnesses? It's in Brooklyn, New York, right? It's at Bethel, right?
Yeah.
Why the ancient worthies going to be in 3,000 miles away in San Diego? Why wouldn't they be at Bethel?
Well, that was going to be my next question. To see great minds think alike. Yeah. So my next question is simply this: it was built for what purpose? What was Beth Surim built for? Let's hear the music. Let's do it. All right. What was Beth Surim? Dick, you hold on. Checking over here. I've got Laura on. It looks like Laura might have beat us everyone to the punch here. Let me check my Facebook. I'm just checking all the platforms. Abraham Isaac. Well, I'm gonna go. I'm looking for the best answer here. I'm gonna go with. I like this answer because basically for Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and Moses when they came back, Ginger Elam on Facebook. She's got it. Ginger, thank you. You got it. Send me a. I'm going to put you down here so Ginger's got a point. Now remember, everyone gets a point. Every question you answer, you get a point. Now, about 20 minutes before we end the program, I'm going to bring the persons on that have the most points, and you're going to go at each other. And we're going to find the champion of Watchtower Trivia tonight. So Ginger has 1 point, and I'm keeping.
Rick?
Yes.
Why didn't you say who was really built for?
Yeah. Well, no. In fact, I might do that too. I'm gonna give you a little reference point here. So let's go back and take a look at it. Well, according to J.F. Rutherford, it was to provide lodging for resurrected ancient men of faith. That's why I liked Ginger's answer. I liked her answer where she kind of really nailed it good. She even mentioned some of the patriarchs of old. Okay, so let's do this. Millions Now Living Will Never Die. When was that book released? Who has a thought on that? Millions Now Living Will Never Die. Of course, they spoke quite a lot about the ancient worthies coming back. So give us a date when you feel that book was printed. Let's play the music and let's see what you think. Wow, we do have some go ahead. Is it Mike? Mike?
Yes. 1919.
19 what?
1919.
Yeah, it was right around then. It's really right. It was right in that area. So actually, I'm going to also give. It doesn't. It's really not explicit, but I don't have the book in front of me. I don't know if Norman has his handy, but
I don't have it in front of me, but I can grab it.
Go ahead and grab it and let us know for sure, because it's a little ambiguous on this one. So let's see. Norman's going to get the book. We're going to check and see if Mike's correct. 1919, but we do have some other answers too. We have Video Suite 1922, 1925. Let me see what we got for Facebook here, and we'll find out. Norman's got the original book, so we'll see what he says. 1889, 1925. Let's see what happens. Yes, go ahead.
I thought it was Columbus, Ohio, 1935.
I'm sorry?
Columbus, Ohio, 1935.
No, Ben, that was earlier than 1935. Yeah. Norman, I'm so thank you though for answering. Norman, do you have the book? Okay, he went to get the book. He'll be right back with us, and we can put this to rest. I'm sorry, the answer I don't have. In fact, I kind of messed it up. I thought I had the real answer, but I didn't. I had 25 down here, 1925. But I mean, that's when the ancient worthies were going to come back, right? So Norman went to find the book. We'll see if he can't find it. In the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you another question. And waiting for Norman, we can at least get another question going here. So let's see what one of the other questions can be.
Hey, Rick.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it was 1920.
1920. Okay, you say 20.
That's my guess.
All right. So we're going to find out for sure. He's got a real book. He paid $125 for it. So he's going to check in the book and see exactly when it was written. But he'll be coming back here shortly. So. Okay, Mr. Norman, does it say in that book? You get the book. Hold it up so people can see it.
Yeah, right here.
There it is.
That's the. Oh. Yeah, that's the Millions Not Living Will Never Die. Original 1920.
1920. Okay. Mike, what did you say? You said 1919. Well, we have Leonard. We have Leonard in the Six Screens video suite. He said 1920. So Leonard, let me just check Facebook, but it looks like you were first, Leonard. Let's see. Leonard, you're right. You got it. Leonard from the Six Screens video suite. 1920 is the answer. Leonard, why don't you write me at Six Screens? Write me at jwworldnews@gmail.com. And let me know if you want some magnets or you'd like to have a gift certificate. I got collector magnets here that are pretty good. It has a lot of the trivia questions on them. You put them on your refrigerator, and it'll always remind you of your exit from the Watchtower. So either way, but let me know. You want a gift certificate or you want some magnets. So that's Leonard. Okay, let me just make one point there. Okay. All right, Norman. I'm going to go. Thank you very much for settling that for us.
Yeah.
And now we know when the Millions Now Living Will Never Die book was actually printed. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go to another question. I got one here, Norman, for the people.
Sure.
All right, the question here is this. What year did the Watchtower become an NGO member of the United Nations? Let the music play, and then we'll bring you in. All right, what year did the Watchtower become an NGO? I see that we got Mike back on again. Let me just double check. Mike's quick to the draw here, very quick to the draw. Let me check Facebook. Let's see, on Facebook, we've got, let me see what the people are writing. 1990. No, it wasn't 1990. Michael, 1990. No. So what year do we have? Well, I have, go ahead.
1991.
91. Well, I have news for you.
92.
It was 19.
It's Dick.
Go ahead, Dick.
Yeah, I'd say it was around 1989.
92 is the answer. 92 is the answer. So Mike's got it. So there he goes again. So Mike gets another win. All right, so that's good. Mike's doing good here tonight. He seems to be in the lead. So anyways, Norman, why don't you ask a question here next? See what? Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, let's go back in time again. Today we know it as the Awake magazine. What was the previous name of the Awake magazine?
Okay, what was the previous name of the Awake magazine? Let me check this. We've got, okay, no, it's not the Millennial Dawn. It's
Consolation.
Yeah, it's hold on one second. Let me just check my Facebook. And okay, not the golden age, not the golden age. It was the constellation, and it was that feller, I believe, that called in on the telephone line. I believe that was, I believe it was area code 131. Is that you, sir? It said constellation?
A constellation.
It's consolation. And in fact, I'm just asking the man if that was him, that because I don't have his name. From St. Louis, Missouri. Is that you that answered? All right.
No, that's me.
Okay.
That's Leonard.
Oh, well, you're Leonard. Okay, Leonard. Well, why don't you do this? Why don't you, is it Leonard? You're also on the video suite, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, let me put you down. That's good because you get 2 wins now. So, Leonard, what would you like? You want some magnets? You want a gift certificate?
Oh, the gift certificate sounds good.
All right. You like Burger King? You like Dunkin' Donuts? What do you like?
Burger King is better.
All right. Well, why don't you do this? Write me at JW World News. Tell me you want a Burger King gift certificate, and we'll get that off to you, okay? Give me your address.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.
All righty. That's Leonard. Okay. So, hey, we're having some fun here tonight with our 6 Screens video trivia program here. So let's
They're
do
doing
this.
great, Rick.
I think we're doing good. Yeah, we're getting a lot of people listening in here. We got a lot of people listening in on the different networks. So, Norman, why don't we throw another one at them? We got a really smart audience. Don't you think that people who listen to the 6 Screen are smart? I mean, don't you think so, Norman?
Oh, they're wonderful. They're wonderful. They know their Watchtower trivia.
Absolutely. All right, go ahead. Let's have another question.
All right. Today, the Watchtower tells us that Jesus is Michael the Archangel. In the Watchtower's 1917 book, The Finished Mystery, who did they say Michael the Archangel was?
All right. Who was Michael the Archangel?
Dick.
Hold on, Dick. There was a lady before you. Who was the lady before you? I heard a woman's voice. But if not, Dick, we're going to give it to you. She doesn't speak up. All right.
That was me and Greg.
All right. Okay, so Norman, what's the answer?
Oh, I thought Dick was going to give us the answer.
All right, okay, give us the answer, Dick.
Well, I'm sorry, I forgot. What was the question?
The question is, today the Watchtower tells us that Jesus is Michael the Archangel. In the Watchtower's 1917 book, The Finished Mystery.
Michael the Archangel.
No.
I'm sorry, say that again?
I got another.
All right, well, what was the answer, Dick? What?
I want to ask something. What book was that you said in what year?
The 1917 book, The Finished Mystery.
Oh, okay.
Who did they say that Michael the Archangel was in that book?
69? I thought you said 1969.
Nope, 1917.
I think I have the answer.
All right, let me just check Facebook.
I got the answer, Rick.
Well, hold on one second. We have to, Dick was first, so we have to give him the first shot at it. Go ahead, Dick. Take a shot.
Okay, maybe it's a play on words, but I think The Finished Mystery was saying that Michael the Archangel was in fact Michael the Archangel.
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
Okay, Mike from Michigan, go ahead. You're with us. Go ahead, Mike. What's the answer?
Well, the Finished Mystery says that Michael was the Pope of Rome.
That's right.
All right, there you go. See, and Mike, I tell him all the time he's a pretty smart guy, but he always wants to come in here and give us trouble. But he knows a lot of these answers. See that? He does. See, so the Pope. There you go.
Yeah, the Finished Mystery. It says it talked about the Michael the Archangel and his angels. So the Michael the Archangel was the Pope, and the angels were the bishops.
Excellent question. I didn't even know that one, and I'm supposed to be the host here.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's funny. It's funny how the years go by when it becomes Jesus from the Pope.
Yeah. Isn't that something? Well, let me see. I might have a good question here. Let me see what I got in my little bag of tricks here. So let's ask this one. Okay, what year did the Jehovah's Witness elder arrangement start? After the music, I want an answer. All right. What year did the Jehovah's Witness elder arrangement start?
Dick. Well,
All right, Dick, we get you first on the phone line. We've got we do have John McCarthy. I'm going to give you some years here. We have Ginger Elam. She says 1935. John McCarthy on Facebook says 1972. Debbie Moore says 1979. I'm going to go, in fact, John McCarthy was first, so we're going to give it to John. It was 1972. 1972. So let me make a note of that. John, you're on Facebook. John M. So you got one bonus point there. So John, why don't you send a message to me on jwworldnews@gmail.com and tell me if you want a gift certificate or you want a collector magnet, and we'll get it off to you. JW World News, give me a physical address so I can send it to you. Okay, let's take another one here. Hey, we're on a roll. We got a lot. Hey, listen, our audience is doing pretty doggone good. I'm monitoring all the networks to see. Let me just read you a little bit about that. Wait a minute. Did McCarthy, did he say 72? I'm looking at my answer here. John, I'm
71.
gonna have to pull it back on you, John. I'm sorry. I made a mistake here. No, it was 1971 that the elder, but no, in fact, I'm going to tell you what. This is a technical question. It first appeared in the Watchtower magazine in 71 that they were going to come up with such an arrangement, but I believe it did start officially in 72. John, let's leave you where you are. You're still going to win the prize. Don't you worry. Still write me. But 71, they talked about it. 72, I guess, is when they enacted it. Let me just give a little information about that. The introduction of the body of elders, the body was to rotate individually every year. Remember that? When the elders used to rotate, and every year there'd be the new presiding overseer. They don't do that anymore. But it actually appeared in the Watchtower magazine 1971 in November. And it was saying the early Christians had a similar arrangement where they rotated. So it was originally brought up in the 71 Watchtower, but evidently initiated in 1972. Okay, so there we have the answer on that one. Somebody's phone is giving us some real trouble there, so I'm not sure why. But okay, so what to do is, kind of keep your phone. And remember, it's a microphone, so kind of keep your hand over it, or just kind of, you can keep it open, but keep your hand over it so we don't get a lot of noise. Okay, let's, Norman, why don't you bring in a question here?
All right. According to the Watchtower, in what heavenly body is God's throne located?
Okay, great question. Who's got an answer?
the constellation Pleiades.
Very good. Very good. Now, Rick, I've got a follow-up question to this,
All right, we're going to go. I'll tell you, it looked like a pretty close tie here between Michael on the Six Screens Video Suite. And I believe the fellow that just called in, I hate to say it, but the Michael on the Six Screens Video Suite was first. So we got to give it to him. I'm just the umpire here. I'm just kind of calling it as I see it. So Michael from Facebook, from Video Suite was first. All right, let me take care of that, Michael. All right, Michael, send me JW World News. Tell me what you want, a gift certificate, some magnets. Tell me what you want. We'll get it off to you. Thank you. All right. So
Rick, I've got a follow-up question to that one.
Do you have a follow-up question?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This is a bonus question.
All right. In fact, we'll give 2 points for this one.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So we know that the answer to the last question, what heavenly body the Watchtower said that God's throne was located, it's the Pleiades constellation. Bonus question, on what star does Jehovah live on?
All right, hold on. what star does Jehovah live on?
Mike.
Hold on, Mike. Let me check and see. I think someone might have beat you to the punch here. Yeah, in fact, we do have Annie. Annie beat you to the punch. I'm sorry, no, it wasn't Annie. It would have been Elizabeth. Elizabeth beat to the punch. Alcyone, that's the answer, right,
There we
Norman?
go. Yep. The
So-
star Alcyone.
So,
Every winter, I look up in the sky and I wave hi to Jehovah on the star Alcyone in the Pleiades constellation.
well, there you go. So we got Elizabeth.
But
She,
that's old light, right?
it is, it is all light.
It's
Yeah.
an old light star.
Yeah.
Very sure.
So, anyways, we got Elizabeth Lemieux. Well, she's on Facebook and she looks like she's the winner. Elizabeth, why don't you write me at jwworldnews@gmail.com. Tell me what you like. You like a gift certificate to Burger King, to Chipotle? You let me know what you like, and if I have, I'll send it to you. And just send me your address, or you can ask for some collective magnets. Oh, those magnets are nice. So send me what you like, and we'll get it off to you. Thank you very much, Elizabeth. All right, so we're going to give you Elizabeth's going to get 2 points for that. Let me mark that down. All right, she gets 2 points for that. So remember now, the one who gets the most points, we're going to bring the two together here near the end of the program. We're going to ask them some more difficult questions and see if they can answer. But I'm telling you what, you guys are doing all right out there, seriously. All right, let's go with this one. I think this might be fairly easy, but it's a little tricky. Which Watchtower published book is the most printed book? Which Watchtower published book is the most printed book? All right, let me check Facebook. All right. It looks like, well, we might have a winner here. We might have Annie Schultz. It looks like Annie Schultz kind of came in really. We got Michael. He came in second, the Truth Book. And we have the King of Dots on YouTube came in third. And, well, that book, Debbie, it looks like, no, in fact, Annie was first. Let's see. Well, Annie, I hate to keep, I'm sorry, because I have to go down to the first one. The first one that answered that was Rose Daigle, Truth Book. That's the answer. I thought that question was going to be, I thought you'd probably say the New World Translation, but actually the Truth Book. The Truth Book is the most printed book. There you go. Well, they call it the Blue Bombshell. And Rose Daigle, JW World News, you want to get a hold of me, jwworldnews@gmail.com. Let me know what you want. A gift certificate. You want some magnets. You let me know what you want, and we'll get it off to you. Thank you, Rose.
Yeah, Rick, I call that book "The Truth That Leads to Eternal Strife."
It does lead to eternal strife. That's a good one, Norman, really. All right, why don't you throw a question at the audience, Norman?
Okay. What medical procedure did the Watchtower say was cannibalism?
All right. So, good question. So, what medical procedure was cannibalism? Let me take a look at Facebook first. And we have, Rose again. She's quick to the punch. We have King of Dots. They're answering. We got King of Dots. They went with transfusions. We went with, I'll tell you, Melissa Powell coming out of YouTube. Melissa Powell. What's the answer, Norman?
The answer is organ transplants.
All right, but I'll tell you what, Melissa Powell was first to the punch here. She just put transplants, but I'm going to give it to her because I know she was. I mean, what else do you have transplanted, right? An organ, right?
Right.
So,
Actually, in 1967 and 68, the Watchtower said that organ transplants were cannibalism. Then in the Watchtower for March 15th, 1980, they said, quote, "There is no biblical command pointedly forbidding the taking in or other human tissue. It is a matter of personal decision." So, so how many people died because they didn't get the organs they needed? How many people went blind because they didn't get cornea transplants? All, again, 1967 and 68, and just a matter of a few, 22 years later, now it's okay. Now it's a personal choice. And again, as a witness, I would have been very confused. Of course, I don't really like cannibals. I think they're full of themselves, but that's just me.
Well, there you go. All right, let me throw one on the table here. Boy, we get the questions are they're starting to. I mean, we're getting down to the harder ones. We don't want to make it too hard. We don't want to scare people. Am I going to?
Yeah, we do, Rick. Come on, we enjoy this.
I know we do to some degree, but here's a question here that I think you're going to have to put your thinking cap on for this one, because the question has the Watchtower ever claimed that baptism is of pagan origin? Has the Watchtower ever claimed that baptism is of pagan origin? All right, let's see what we got. Has the Watchtower ever claimed that baptism is of a pagan origin? Well, I tell you, that one might be stumping people. We have Laura's writing in on the sweet yes for infants. We got nothing going here on Facebook. Nothing going on we have nothing going on here on YouTube. And so, in other words, what do you think about that question? Maybe that question's really hard. Has the
That's a good question, Rick.
Has the Watchtower ever claimed?
That's a question, because John the Baptist, they had in Judaism, they have the mikvah bath, but that's Judaism. That's not considered pagan, but it's not Christian.
Yeah, Pixie. So it's a tough question, but the Watchtower 1993, Watchtower 93 in April, it said yes. The Watchtower one time claimed that baptisms is of pagan origin. But the practice of baptism predates the Christian faith. It was employed in Babylonia and ancient Egypt, where the cold waters of the Nile were thought to increase strength and bestow immortality. Watchtower 93.
That's where those crocodiles came from.
Oh, yeah. So there you go. So I can't believe it, Pixie. But so no one got that one, Norman. We stumped. We stumped the audience.
That was a good one.
Yeah. All right. Let's go with another one. This is pretty good. We'll give you a multiple choice here. The origin of the door-to-door work as a Christian duty for Jehovah's Witnesses began because. So I'm going to read you 3 different things you can comment on and see what you think is the answer. So the origin of the door-to-door work for Jehovah's Witnesses as a Christian duty began because, 1, it was costing Russell $42,000 to hire 300 boys to pass out literature. 2, it kept people busy and distracted them from all his failed prophecy. 3, clergy managed to keep Russell's books out of the regular bookstores, so self-distribution was the only alternative. I'm going to play the music, and you let me know what you think. Okay, so do we have any answers? Let me check Facebook. All right. Well, I'm trying to find out. Annie, I can see they're asking me if I can see their answers and what have you. I can see them. I'm just trying to get the first one. I have to go down the list. Okay, so actually, that's a tough question too. I shouldn't be asking such tough questions.
Rick, I think it's a trick question. I think they're all of the above.
It is all of the above. It is all of them, Norman. You got it. Well, what's the origin of the do-it-to-do-it work? Well, it was costing Russell too much money to send 300 boys out to pass out literature. Also, they got people going door-to-door. They got them very busy and distracted them from all of the failed prophecies. And also, at the time, a lot of the clergy people at the time were keeping Russell's books out of regular Christian bookstores. So there's no distribution there. So he had to look for an alternative way to put his books out. So door to door. And the witnesses, even to this day, I mean, they would do it if it wasn't for COVID. So all three, Norman, I should give you a prize.
I didn't mean to answer your question. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So we got all. Yeah.
Hey, Rick.
Yes.
I answered on the last question about the baptism.
Yeah.
Being a pagan.
Oh, you did.
This is Debbie Moore. I answered on that.
You did. I didn't. You did. Okay. Well, let me go back on Facebook. Yeah. All right. Let me go back on Facebook.
I answered it right under another question I answered. But.
All right. Well, I'm going to go with what you said. So we're going to give you the prize. I'm sorry, Debbie, I missed you, but people were writing so fast on Facebook, I couldn't even keep score. But Debbie, I'm going to give you.
There were several of us. I did it first, and then there were several others right after me that did it.
Did they? Okay.
But a bunch of us said yes on there.
All right. What I do here is I check Facebook. I checked that first. I didn't see anything at the time, but it must have came in afterwards. But that's okay. You're still going to get the point because nobody else got it. If you say it was pagan, then that's what it was. Yeah. Good girl, Debbie. You're doing good. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So there we go. Thank you, Debbie, for correcting us there. All right. So let's.
I get a prize?
Oh, yeah. You get a prize. Of course you get a prize. Of course you get a prize. Write me. As a matter of fact, write me at jwworldnews@gmail.com. We'll give you some collective magnets, or if you want a gift certificate to Burger King or say to Dunkin' Donuts. We don't have McDonald's. We have no more McDonald's. So, but we go. Actually, I think we got Dairy Queen, a couple of others. Give me a few on the list what you like, and I'll get you.
I would take Dairy Queen.
You want? Okay, we'll put that down, and I think I get those. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks.
Thank you. Yeah. All right. So there we go. That's Debbie calling in from Nebraska. All right, let's take a look. Let me see what else we got here. I don't want to make these things too hard for people. My goodness gracious. All right. Well, that's kind of hard. I'm not even. Some of these are a little bit too much.
Rick, I have a good one.
Yeah, go ahead, Norman. You go ahead.
Okay. On May 15th, 1917, the Watchtower said that every American should take pleasure in displaying what?
All right. All right. Give the question again. Give the question again, and Mike's going to answer.
In the May 15th, 1917 Watchtower, what did they say that every American should take pleasure in displaying?
And there is some truth about the different civilizations.
Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, patriotism.
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Dick.
Go ahead, Dick.
U.S. flag.
You got it.
All right, but actually, Dick came in third. Annie Schultz from the Facebook comments. It goes to Annie. So Annie's got her point on the board here. So Annie Schultz, she got the flag. So we got to get it to Annie. She was first. So let's do that. Thank you, Annie. Write me JW World News. Give you some collective magnets. I'll send you one that has a low number on it, too. I mean, I know you're always trying so hard. Give you a low one, and I'd say in a few years on eBay, you'd probably be surprised if that's what you like. Or if you'd rather have a gift certificate, let me know that, too. All right, so that's good. That's a good question, Norman. Yep. We got a lot of response on that one. So that was good.
Were they mostly right?
What's that?
Were they mostly right?
I'm sorry?
Were they mostly right? Andrew?
Yeah, a lot of them. We had a few of them saying flag, but
Yep,
Annie was first. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So let's see what we got here. Let me check it out. I got some hard ones here, but I don't want to overload people's donkeys here tonight.
I get a true and false question.
but here's a good one. Here's a good one. Oh, I like this. I like this a lot. This one's really good. Okay. Here's a question. The Supreme Court in California, the California Board of Equalization versus Jimmy Swaggart. All right. And the ministries ruled against Swaggart. The lawsuit was lost. Watchtower had joined Swaggart's trying to escape taxation. So actually what happened is it had to be changed. In what year did the Watchtower change its position on, they called it at one time contributions, but then they called it donations. What year was that? Let me play the music. All right, what year was it? What year did the Watchtower switch from contributions to donations? Let me check and see what we got. Annie says 1980. Rose Daigle on Facebook, 1978. Ginger Helm, 1979. Let me check over here on our YouTube.
1990?
I'm sorry?
I would guess 1990.
Let me just go down here. For some reason, I haven't been keeping up with. Okay, okay.
Dick, I say 1995.
All right. It looks like we got to go to P. Sullivan. P. Sullivan. He beat Zachary. He beat you. P. Sullivan on YouTube. Zachary said 1990. P. Sullivan said 1990. Yep, P. Sullivan is right. Zachary is right, but P. Sullivan beat you to the punch, Zach. So let's go with P. Sullivan and and that's a point. Write me JW World News, gmail.com, gift certificate of magnets. We'll get it off to you. Give me your address. Thank you. All right. Well, there you go. That was a good question.
Let me just say.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I say?
Yeah.
It was called complete donation basis.
Yeah, you want to explain that to us? Yeah, I mean, up till that point, remember we were going door to door and we would ask the householder, you know, we have the magazines here, the Watchtower Awake magazine, and we're presenting them to you and your neighbors on a contribution basis of 25 cents or 50 cents, whatever we did. I think it was around 50 cents for the two magazines. But Jimmy Swaggart was getting in trouble with the state of California for sales tax. The state of California was saying, hey, wait a minute. Religious books aren't exempt from sales tax. So people were buying Swaggart's books and he wasn't charging them sales tax. So he kind of got in trouble with the Department of Revenue in California. So the Watchtower was watching that very closely because, I mean, why wouldn't they? They got people all over the country, you know, hitting up the people for contributions, and they should have been collecting sales tax. So they were watching that closely. So they found a little loophole. Evidently, one of the Watchtower lawyers found a loophole that if you just change the word from contribution to donation, see, donations aren't taxable. In fact, donations, you can actually take them off your taxes. So a contribution would be taxable. A donation wouldn't. So they changed it to donations. You guys remember that?
And, Rick.
Yes.
Rick,
yeah.
I was just being exact. The new way, they called that the complete donation basis. They had a special service meeting. They had, or parts on the service meeting. they had script, and they demonstrated the new way that the magazines would be offered. And it was long. It was a worldwide Bible educational work, and all that was the new stuff you were supposed to say.
Yeah, I can remember going out and service, Zach, back then. And I can remember I was asking for donations because I got it. I actually gave a little skit in the school, not in the school, but in the service meeting on how to do the new donation. They gave me the little part to do that. So I always ask for donations when it changed. But people, I mean, so many people they'd still say contribution, and you'd have to say, don't say contribution, don't say contribution, say donation. You know, jeez,
Yeah.
People were saying they didn't get it. They would say, well, what's the difference? What's the difference? You know, it's unreal.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Zach. Thank you for stepping out of the suite and coming in here and talking to us tonight. Thank you very much.
Hey, Rick, it's funny how how false religion can help the Watchtower avoid sales taxes, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. Hey, Norman, we got about 15 minutes. I'm thinking, I'm looking for. I know Mike is one of the champions here.
Okay.
One of the champions, and we got Beth. Beth, I guess she's from Facebook, was it? I think so. So she's also one of the ones that got the most points. But I'll tell you what we're gonna do. I'll tell you what we're gonna do. Rather than bring two people in, we're just gonna keep asking questions. And the persons who land up with the most points tonight, we're going to give them the best prizes. Okay, so why don't we just keep going? We got another 15 minutes to go on our program.
Yep.
So let's keep going. And what we'll do is we'll just keep asking questions. The person with the most points, they're gonna get the best prizes. You got a question, Norman?
Yeah, I actually have a good two-part question. Let's try the first question is worth 1 point. The second one's worth 2.
All right.
So this way here we can keep the competition going.
Okay.
The question is, how many children did Judge Rutherford have?
Good question. So how many children did Judge Rutherford have? Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Okay, Dick, hold on. I'm looking in here first. We got no answers. Dick seemed to beat everyone to the punch here. Some people coming in. Annie was second. Dick was first. We've got, actually, Christy Ann. Christy Ann looks like out of YouTube. Chad. Well, we're going to go. Looks like, I'm sorry, we got Christy Ann. He had one boy. So Christy Ann, you get 1 point on that, Christy Ann. That's great. Great answer. Now, Norman, we had a second part to that. We're going to give him 2 points, are we?
Yes. What was that boy's name?
All right, let's play the music. Give us the boy's name. All right. What was the boy? What was Rutherford's boy's name? Let me check here. Okay. Junior. No, it wasn't Junior.
No.
It wasn't Junior. That's a pretty good answer. I like Junior. But Mike, I have to disqualify you for that. Okay.
I think it was Malcolm.
Okay, I have to disqualify you too, and not disqualify you, but we do have someone that came in before you. Her name is Anna Twink. Anna Twink, from Anna Twink coming in here from, looks like YouTube. So Anna, you got it. So you get 2 points, Anna. Boy, I'll tell you, that was a good little Anna Twink. Okay, Anna Twink. All right, so she's got 2 points. Mike, I'm sorry, but don't. I have to call on you before you give the name. Okay.
There is a problem with that. All of that.
With what?
Well, because we don't know how many children he had with his mistresses.
Well, that's true, Brian. That's true, but who would ever know that? I mean, You know, you'd have to. I don't know where would we get that information?
Or maybe I should have asked how many legitimate children did he have?
Yeah, that would have been better. Legitimate children, yes. Well, he was a womanizer, right? I mean, that's what I've heard. That's what I read. Him and Russell both. I mean, Russell was called a jellyfish by his wife.
I remember that he did have one with one of the mistresses.
Yeah, I heard that too, Pixie. So, but Brian's right. We should give Brian a prize for that. That was I'm going to give that the gold star.
That was sharp.
We're going to give Brian a prize here tonight. Brian, we're going to get a prize for you. I mean, that was a gold star answer. I mean, it wasn't an answer, but it was a good thought. So Brian gets a prize. Brian, write me at JW World News. I'm going to send you some magnets. You'd like those. I know you would. JW World News. Give me your address. I'll send you some magnets. They're really nice. They're really, really good. Okay, so all right, let's you want to throw another one on the table, Nom?
Sure can.
Go ahead.
All right. True or false? The Watchtower has always been in favor of vaccinations.
Well, has the Watchtower always been in favor of vaccinations? Don't say a thing. Let me check.
Yeah, Rick, we know that the governing body has really been pushing vaccinations, right?
Yeah. So the question again was, have they always been in favor of vaccinations?
Yes.
Dick?
Well, it looks like we got Rose Daigle. It looks like we had Dick before Rose, though. We did have Dick before Rose. I'm just looking at, no, they are against it. They just came a little wild from, actually, it looks like we might have to go with, okay. No, we're gonna go with King of Dots. King of Dots. We're gonna go with King of Dots on YouTube. I've been checking the platforms here. So King of Dots, it looks like you've got the point here, King of Dots. Thank you. Let me know. Write me.
Rick, let me give you the citation.
Yeah, go ahead.
The February 4th, 1931 Golden Age said, quote, vaccination is a direct violation of the everlasting covenant that God made with Noah after the flood.
Well, there you go. So, I mean, vaccinations at one point, I know a woman back in the would have been the late 40s, and she had to go to school and you needed a vaccination to go, but the Watchtower didn't want you to be vaccinated. So what they did is her mother would put acid on her arm and it would burn her arm so it looks like she was vaccinated. So she would go to school and they would look at her arm and say, okay, you're set, you can come. So, I mean, the witnesses actually did that, if you can believe it. Yeah.
And how many witness children got polio because they didn't get the vaccinations?
Well, probably many, yes.
Yep.
I'm going to do this. I'm going to just whet people's appetites here. Look at, if you're a woman, I'm going to do this. I've got this. I have got a Revlon one-step hair dryer and volumizer. I'm going to show this to. This is a fantastic product. I mean, we're not turning into the shopping network here, Norman, but I'm going to show people this is a fantastic product. It's $60. If you look this up online, you're going to pay $60 for this. This will, it's going to make your hair nice and thick looking. It's a comb. It's a hair dryer. If you're a woman or maybe even a man that wins tonight, whoever's the champion tonight, if you're a woman, you want this, you get it. Or for anyone else, it's either you get this or you get a $25 gift certificate to your favorite restaurant. So you let me know what you like. So a little bonus, okay? A little bonus for those that are listening in. So if you guys are looking for a beautiful Revlon new and improved power air dryer, we got it here. So keep that in mind. So let's ask the next question. You got one there, Norman?
Yeah, I mean, do you want to start to get to some hard questions?
Well, yeah, I mean, let's keep it. Yeah, go ahead. Give us a hard one.
All right. Well, I tell you what, let me make this a multiple choice. Okay. There were 6 volumes in the 6-volume series written by Pastor Russell called Studies in the Scripture. What is the name of volume 5? Was it atonement between God and man, the new creation, or the time is at hand?
All right, we don't have anyone checking in from Facebook. We got no one on here at, well, wait a minute, Mike. We do have someone before you. We do have an answer here. I don't know if it's right or not. Time at hand. Time is at hand. Is that the answer, Norman?
No, that's volume 2.
That's volume 2. Okay, so, okay, I guess, Mike, you're going to be next.
It's atonement between God and man.
Yes, it's correct.
Well, see, I'm going to say, I tell Mike all the time, he's smarter than he thinks. He's too smart for his britches. That's.
I got a question for Mike if he really wants it.
Let me give him his points here. So, all right, we give Mike another. Boy, Mike, you're doing great here tonight. He looks like you're going to be the champion so far, at least because there's going to be a champion woman and a champion man. So we're going to give a champion prize to a woman and a man here tonight. Okay, so that's a great question. I thought Mike might get that because he kind of favors the Bible students. He kind of leans in their direction. So I'm really, it's good. I thought he'd get that. I really, really did. All right. The question would be, the first 3 Watchtower Society presidents. Who were the first 3 presidents of the Watchtower? All right, first 3 presidents of the Watchtower. Who were they?
Mike.
Hold on, Mike, 1 second. Let me just check here. See if anyone's written anything here on our videos. Sweet. No. Nor, Franz. No. We don't have Shirley. No, we don't have that one. Let me check Facebook. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Okay. In fact, someone wrote in here, Manny Mo. What's that, Jack?
Clarification. You said the Watchtower Society. So you've got the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society. You got the one thing. And then you have the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society Incorporated.
All right. Well, I should just say Watchtower. First 3 presidents of the Watchtower. Did you want to take a shot at it, Zach? I knew you came in. Or someone.
I will.
Okay.
Connolly, Russell, and Rutherford.
I'm going to give it to you. Yep. Okay. So, Zach, you got it. A lot of people don't know about Conley, but he was the first president of the Watchtower. Charles Taze Russell was second, and, of course, Rutherford was third. Well, good for you, Zach. That was a tough question. No, nobody really got it on our... Nobody really got it on. Well, yeah, we did get Christy Ann. Christy Ann did do it. Yeah, Christy Ann, thank you, but you just missed it by 1, darn it. Okay, good.
Hey, Rick?
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, hey, Rick, it's Braden again. Was the question answered already?
Yeah, did you want to answer it too, or what?
Well, my answer was going to be Larry, Curly, and Moe.
Well, I don't think you were too far off. I really, really don't.
Yeah.
Rick, my answer was Satan for all 3.
I'm sorry?
Rick, I had to make up for the joke of the night because I said I was going to at least call one more time, but I didn't for the rest of the stream, but I'm glad I could make you guys laugh.
Well, you did. You made us laugh. Very, very good. I like it.
All right. Keep on doing a good job.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Braden.
All right.
Rick, my answer was Satan for all 3.
Yeah, Satan for all 3 is right. All right, Norman. So that's a shame. Christy, boy, she came so close. Christy Ann on YouTube. She came so close. Okay, so I got one here. I've got one here, and I want to get your thoughts on this, folks. It's kind of a provocative question, but it kind of goes in with all the perversion that's going on in the Watchtower. So the question simply is this: did the Watchtower confirm in a questions from readers that homosexuality and bestiality were not grounds for divorce? I'll read you the question again. Did the Watchtower confirm in a question for readers that homosexuality and bestiality were not grounds for divorce? Answer after the music. All right, I can see. I'm watching everything here. I'm gonna have to go with. I'm gonna have to go with our girl. We got Christiane. Christiane beat everyone to the punch here. She really did. So Christiane looks like she did give the right answer. Yes, they did. They said that you couldn't. In other words, you couldn't get divorced if your mate was engaging in bestiality or homosexuality. And that was actually in a Watchtower magazine question from readers, like I say, but that was back in January of 1972. And it said, while both homosexuality and bestiality are perversions, in the case of neither one is the marriage tie broken. It is broken only by acts that make an individual one flesh with a person of the opposite sex other than his or her legal marriage mate. So that's interesting. So you couldn't, if your husband went out and he had sex with an animal, you couldn't get a divorce? No, you couldn't. So that's interesting. Okay, so Christiane gets another point.
Does that include pedophilia?
They didn't bring up, it wasn't brought there in pedophilia. That's a good question, Dick. So that, in fact, I would say the way that you'd have to, I mean, I'm just thinking out loud here, but if a man had sex, a pedophile had sex with a boy, that would be okay. That would be homosexuality, I guess. So you couldn't get a divorce for that. But if he had sex with a girl, then you would be able to get a divorce from one, I would think. I mean, according to the way they're writing this in the Watchtower, it says that the marriage tie is broken by acts that make an individual one flesh with a person of the opposite sex other than his or her legal marriage mate. So a pedophile, if he's having sex with the opposite sex, I guess you could get a divorce. But if he's having sex with the same sex, you couldn't. Yeah. Jace, I'll tell you there.
How nuts. How nuts.
It is nuts. It's how do you make sense out of nonsense? It's crazy stuff. How do you really believe
The animal thing is a crime in every state, as it should be.
Yeah.
But that might be why the chicken crossed the road.
Yeah. Well, when you think about it, but no, I want you guys just to think about it. Well, would you, if you were married to a man and he was a known pervert having sex with animals, would you feel comfortable? Well, really, would you feel comfortable being married to that man? So you go to the elders and you say, "Hey, I can't stand this man. I got to get a divorce." Oh, no.
Well, Rick, aren't they just saying that doesn't scripturally free you to remarry? I mean, are they actually saying you have to stay in the marriage with somebody that does that? I mean,
well,
you know how some people are divorced.
Said basically I thought it was like 67, but you said it was 72.
1972, January magazine. Yeah.
Yeah, women really have a say in that club, and they didn't. People that could get a divorce at City Hall, they were trying to tell City Hall what to tell you.
Well, it seems like it would be grounds, but I mean, I guess they're going right by the scriptures, but of course they twist it. I would think that just out of common sense, I mean, that's such a perversion that you'd have to say. I mean, would that also apply to well, I won't get into that. That's another thing. Okay, well, we'll get to the. Yeah, go ahead, Pixie.
Them trying to be your doctor and your lawyer when they have neither specialty.
Yeah. Well, you're right. Hey, let's ask another question here on the Six Screens Trivia Night, Watchtower Trivia Night. That's what you're on, so stay with us. Let's get another question here. All right, let's do this. How many colors has the Jehovah's Witness Bible cover been printed in? And if you can name the colors, we'll give you 2 points. How many colors? And name the colors. Do it after the music. All right, so how many colors was the New World Translation? Yep.
Rick, this is Debbie. I think it was in 3 colors, black, red, and green.
Nope, it's not right, Debbie. Not right. Elizabeth says black, green, purple. I guess she's counting the interlinear. We can't count that one. So no. Ginger Elam, black, green, purple. No, black, green, red. All right, hold on 1 second. Green, black, burgundy, and silver. All right, there's one missing. You came very close with the green, black, burgundy, and silver. There's one color missing there. Let's see what we got over here. Nothing in the suite. Nothing in the suite going on here tonight. But let's take a look. Go ahead, Debbie. I mean, you already had one answer, didn't you, Debbie?
Okay, I was going to say green, red, black, and silver. And I don't know about, the Kingdom Interlinear, I think, was the purple one.
Yeah, well, we actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So people are coming close. We have many people saying black, maroon, brown, gray. No one said gray. So we got black, maroon, green, brown, and gray. Yeah, there we go. So no one got it. I'm surprised. I'm surprised no one got it.
He typed it a while back.
Who typed? Who typed?
Michael, it's 2301.
Hold on 1 second. Let me get in and check it. For some reason, on my screen is not coming up with the. No one seems to be. I can't see anyone coming in on the suite. I don't know why. Green, brown, gray, black. They missed. It was actually 4. It was actually 5 colors. No, nobody got it in the suite. It was 5 colors. Nobody got it, Zach. Okay. So it looks like nobody got that one. I'm sorry. Nobody got that one. So unless I'm missing something, but I don't see it. All right, let's move on here. Let's do another color one. What was the original color of the first Jehovah's Witness publication, the Kingdom Interlinear Translation of the Greek Scriptures? What color was the first cover? All right, what color was the first interlinear?
Anywhere in the world.
All right, the color of the first interlinear. All right, King of Dots got it. Purple. Purple was the color. Zachary, I think it was a toss-up between you and King of Dots. I'm going to have to give it to King of Dots. I seen that one first. So King of Dots, it was purple. Let me put you down here. King of Dots too. Okay. All righty. So we got some noise in the background. You guys with your phones open, put your hand over your phone so we can kind of mute the. All right. Norman, you got a question, Norm?
I got a question.
Go ahead.
This is going to be, should I do multiple choice?
If you got one other than multiple, do that. It's kind of hard because what it is they're trying to, when they're writing in, it's a little bit difficult on multiple choice. Yep.
All right. Well, let me give a good hard question. Under Nathan Knorr, the Watchtower started the Watchtower School of Gilead In what year did Gilead hold its first class?
All right, what year did Gilead hold its first class? All right, I'm taking a look at the. I'm looking. Okay, hold on. We've got Laura says 1948. What year was it, Norman?
1943.
1943. Let me see who got that. Let's see. Zach didn't have it. 48, 43. Zachary did have it. Zachary did have it. Yep. It looks like it's going to Zachary. Who was the first one that spoke up on the suite? I mean, on the phone line. I'm not sure, but it looks like I'm going to give it to Zachary. Zachary's got it.
I think I got it.
You got it. Yeah, you got it. Okay, Zach. Geez, I don't know if you're going to catch Mike, but you're running close here. Yeah.
As a kid, I read something about the first Gilead class, and I know that they sent them to places like South America instead of Europe, and they had to, they would be speaking Spanish because of the war. So they sent them to a peaceful place.
Yeah.
Here you have it.
All right, good man. Thank you, Zach. All right, let's see what's going on. Hey, we got another program coming up. Just stay with us, folks. We got a couple more questions, and then we're going to go to Life After the Storm. That's going to be coming up right after our trivia program with Gail and DeLon. So by all means, stay with us. We'll go to that program that's coming up next right here on the 6 Screens Tele Network. All right, let's take a look. Let's ask another question here. And what I'm going to do, we do have Mike seems to be in the lead for the man. I want to Elizabeth and King of Dots, as well as, okay. All right, let's do this. Let's ask another question. Let me give them one, Norman, and see what they think.
Sure.
All right, let's see what we got here. All right. May a person practice polygamy if the local law allows it? So may a Jehovah's Witness person practice polygamy if the local law allows for it? It's in the, hold on one second. All right. All right. Can a Jehovah's Witness practice polygamy if the laws allow it? Whoop. Hold on, folks. We lost us here. I got to get back in. We lost contact. Just stay with us, folks. If you're listening in on our, we lost our contact on the phone.
Welcome into the live 6 Screens conference calls.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Thank you for joining in. To speak up and talk, press *6 on your telephone. When you are done talking, press *6 to mute yourself. Remember, when you are unmuted, your phone is a microphone and picks up on all noises in the background. We hope you enjoy the programs tonight. You will now be placed into the conference.
If you are the please. Thank you. There are 17 participants in the conference. The recording has started.
Connected. But his show will return as soon as he does.
All right, I'm right back.
You want to answer that?
I'm right back here now, Pastor. Okay. We're right back. Thank you for stepping in. Yeah, the phone goes off every 6 hours. Anyways, the question was, in fact, let me just reiterate the question. May a Jehovah's Witness practice polygamy if the local law allows for it? This is out of the reasoning book. Let me take a look on Facebook. Let me see if anyone answered in there. No, yes. Let's see. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I would say yes, it would be allowed because Saul and David, they had wives. Moses had a bunch of wives, at least 2, I know. A lot of people, they like to go back to the Old Testament for stuff. And if it happened in the Old Testament, even though Jesus coming to earth kind of did away with that, but they like to go back to the Old Testament. So there was a lot of folks that had more than one wife and was in good standing with God.
Well, it's an interesting thought, Dick, but that's not the answer. Someone was. Go ahead. Yep. Go ahead.
Zachary.
Yeah, Zach.
This is Zachary.
Yeah.
I did answer on the suite. I said, no, not now. I know that in that brochure, Enjoy Life on Earth Forever, there's a picture where a man had more than one wife. And they say that, I think that they have to keep the first wife that they had. And it's a picture in a country where they're allowed to have more than one wife. But I think that the rule is you have to keep the first wife that you had.
All right. Well, no, you could not.
So no, it's not allowed.
It's
That's
not.
the
It's
answer,
not
no.
allowed. I'm going to give the answer to Christy Ann. Christy Ann got it. No, it's not. You're right, Christy Ann. So the thing is here. Let me just read this to you. 1 Corinthians 7:2. Because of the prevalence of fornication, each man have his own wife, and each woman have her own husband. There is no allowance for plurality of mates on either side. All right, so there you go. Norman, what we're going to do here is we're coming up on another program, so I'm gonna do this. I've got Mike, of course, is the winner. Mike is the winner from Michigan. He answered most of the questions. He got 5 of them, and he would have got 6 if he wasn't disqualified. He jumped the gun, but he's got 5. And then we've got Christy Ann, and we got Elizabeth Beth. Is it? I believe. Yeah. So they're tied. Oh, and King of Dots. I don't know if King of Dots is I think that would be a man. So I'm not sure. But the 2 women that I have here that each got 2 points would be Christy Ann and Elizabeth. So I just have to mute some people here. We got a lot of things going on. I got my phone ringing here. I got things happening. But Mike is the winner. So Mike, what I'm going to do, well, let me just see why my phone's dinging here. I think people are probably getting upset. They're probably upset with the umpire here. But I just call it as it is. So what we're going to do, Mike is the winner for the man, but now what we're going to do is there's 2 women here that are tied. So what we're going to do, Elizabeth and Christy Ann, Norman, I'm going to have you give a question, and whichever one answers is going to be the new woman champion here. So go ahead, Norman.
Okay. 1975 was supposed to be the end because it was the end of how many years of man's existence?
Okay, Norman, give us the answer. Hold on one second. Before you give us the answer, go ahead, Dick. Yeah, hold on. You weren't first, though, Dick. We had some people coming in before you.
Okay, let them go ahead.
Give us the question again, Norman, okay?
1975 was supposed to be the end because it was the end of how many years of man's existence?
All right. Well, it looks like we do. We have Elizabeth from Facebook. She says 6,000.
That's correct.
And we got Christy Ann. I'm just looking at the time here. And Christy Ann came in at 11:14. Well, it looks like Elizabeth is the winner. It looks like Elizabeth is the winner. She said 6,000. So I got to put her down. So Elizabeth is the woman champion. Elizabeth is the woman champion. She's got 3 points. Christy Ann's got 2. Christy, I know Christy Ann answered it right too. She got 6,000, but Elizabeth beat it to the punch. So Mike is the man champion from Michigan, and we have Elizabeth from Facebook. Well, she is the champion here tonight for the woman. Now, what you want to do, Elizabeth, is write me at 6 Screens. I'm sorry, not that address. I'll give you the new one. JW World News. Write me at jwworldnews@gmail.com. And if you'd like to have this $60 hair dryer volumizer, we'll send that out to you. Just send me an address, or you can get a $25 gift certificate. Whatever you like best, okay? So you let me know what you want, okay? And we'll get that off to you. Let me just grab my phone. Norman, so what you think of the program tonight?
Hey, I had a great time. I tell you, Rick, they are very, very smart. I didn't think that there would be so many right answers and everything. Everyone did a wonderful job. They're wonderful. They're wonderful. I had a great time.
All right. In fact, we did have a great time here tonight. But like I told you, we have a lot of smart people that are listening into the 6 Screens. We have a very educated audience here. And I want to thank you for coming on. I want to tell Mike, too. Mike, get a hold of me. You got a $25 gift certificate. I think they have Burger King up there in Northern Michigan. I'm not sure. but you can at least write me, and we'll send you a gift certificate for $25 and have a couple of Whoppers on the 6 Screens trivia night. All right. So that'd be good. All right. Yeah, I get some message. I got a lot of messages coming in here tonight. Yeah, I'm getting messages. I guess a lot of people, they get nervous. They don't want anybody to know who they are, but I'm not going to, tell anybody. So, I mean, if you want a prize, you're going to send me your address. If I don't have your address, I can't send you a prize. I mean, I'm not going to hand deliver it. So you got to let me know where you live. All right. All right. Well, Norman, anything you want to say before we end this program?
Again, I had a wonderful time. It's nice to be able to hear so many people on your program who, like I said, have been listening in and giving their testimonies, and it just encourages me that hopefully the Watchtower will fall soon, and people will be set free. I've always said that for me, Jehovah's Witnesses are what I consider kidnapped royalty. They're kidnapped by the Watchtower, and they need to be set free.
Well, I feel the same way, Norman, and I have to say, really, that what amazes me right now, a lot of people are getting out of the Watchtower, and a lot of them are coming into these ex-witness communities, and I invite them in. You're going to find a wholesome community here at the 6 Screens. We have many people on the 6 Screens network. We have about 17 different programs running right now. And for the most part, they're all done by former Jehovah's Witnesses. So why don't you let friends know about the program here? And we do the 6 Screens trivia about every 3 or 4 months. So we'll come back and do it again. And then Dan and Angela, they'll be back with us in a month. But in 2 weeks, we got another 6 Screens entertainment program for you. We got Apostate's Got Talent. And we're going to bring some people in, and we're going to interview them, and they're going to talk to them about how they've been hindered in their talent, and they haven't been able to really do much when they were younger witnesses, but now they're older ex-witnesses, and they're able to show us their talent. So that'll be coming up in 2 weeks. Apostate's Got Talent right here on the 6 Screens Entertainment Network. So we're looking forward to that.
I'm glad I'm not an apostate because I have no talent.
Well, you have talent in my book. You did a great job tonight, and I really enjoyed the program. So look, if you guys are still on YouTube, we're going to end the broadcast right here. If you want to find out how to listen to the other programs coming up on the 6 Screens, go to 6 Screens website, 6 Screens of the Watchtower.com. It'll give you all the information you need. Also, the information is in your YouTube and in your Facebook description box. So check that out if you want to listen to the other programs coming up tonight. And we'll also have another YouTube program tonight live. That'll be Healing After the Watchtower with Apostle Babe. She's coming on at about midnight, 12:30, about 12:30, after midnight. So stay with us. And thank you very much for coming in. I want to thank all the people, too, that called in and answered. We had a great time tonight. You guys keep standing tall. I'm proud of you all, and keep studying and researching the Watchtower. So the next time we have Watchtower trivia, you'll be able to come in and be the champion. All right, we're ending YouTube right now, and thank you very much.